Everybody, and welcome to hashtag Grow Your Life live morning sessions here, where we talk about ways to help you grow in your life and in your business every single morning. If you're not a part of the hashtag Grow Your Life community, go to my website, click the link either in my bio or on my profile and type in hashtag Grow Your Life on Facebook and you will find it. Here's the deal, guys. Start your day with declarations and affirmations. Power statements. Now, the reason for this is this. There's other ways about starting your day, and I talk about that in other videos. Not having your phone out, eating fruit for breakfast, spend your time meditating in the Word, praying. I play my piano. But here's another tip right here. Declarations, affirmations, and power statements. What it does is it solidifies and reminds you, because when we wake up, we forget a lot of the stuff that we did yesterday and the progress that we made. It reminds you of your identity, where you're going, your purpose, your calling, and starts to activate you into that so that you can then walk out in your day what those things are. So start by saying, today I'm called to make an impact on other people. I'm called to help others. I'm equipped and enabled with everything that I need to reach my calling and destiny. Inside of me is everything that I need to be able to do that and walk in this confidence. I am wise. I make good choices. I'm kind-hearted. Stuff that, and it's unique for everybody. Think about maybe some of the things, the thoughts that you start to have, and write down 2 columns. Like, what do you think about yourself if it's negative? What would the truth be? What's the opposite of that? What's the truth? I am kind. I'm a good husband. I make good choices. I am a good business owner. I help my employees. I help my staff. I help encourage people. I help raise them up. And then about even just yourself, I'm a child of God. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am not a mistake, not an accident, stuff like that. Repeat this over yourself, the truth about who you are and your identity. And it starts to solidify itself. And if you do this every single day, every single morning, go over those things. What is the truth? I'm called to great things. I'm going towards greatness. I'm moving towards my destiny, not away from it. I'm leaving the old things behind. When you repeat this stuff over and over again, it becomes a part of your being and who you are. And here's the deal. Starting out, it's not going to be the easiest thing. You might be like, well, why am I saying these things that I don't even believe are true about myself? That's how I used to feel when I would do that. I'm like, I feel this way. I feel like somebody that is not kind, lovable, or makes good choices, makes mistakes all the time. And I had to force myself over time to repeat the truth about what God says about me, taking every thought captive and aligning it with the Word of God and the truth about what I was made for, my identity. And doing this, what happens is the actions that you walk out in your day, the reason why you want to do this in the morning is the actions that you walk out in your day follow what you're declaring over yourself, what you're saying. And so when you go into a meeting, when you have to meet with people, when you have to, maybe take your kids to school or talk to somebody that maybe you don't really like, or you're in a situation that normally triggers you, you will start to have this solidified in you to where you will not act in the old ways, but rather in this way of what you are declaring over yourself. And so you start your day with this. And even as it comes up, when things start to come up, when you start to feel like, I don't have anything to contribute, say this: I have good ideas. I have powerful thoughts. So you have to say that. Even if you're not feeling like it's true, say the opposite of what the truth is. And it's even also what you want and what you were created for, what the truth about your identity is, and you're solidifying that. Now, this isn't saying that you start your day off with all the negative truths that you believe about yourself. See, I could wake up and give you 1,000 different negative truths about myself that everybody's told me over the years. And I don't have to do that on purpose. My mind is actually, it naturally starts to focus on worry and fear because that's what keeps us safe. It's the limbic response of our brain. But what happens is you can start to reprogram your mind by doing this. When this isn't a normal activity for you, you reprogram your mind to where then you start to wake up and you start to hear these things in your mind. You start to hear these declarations. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Miracles happen everywhere I walk. The ground that I stand on is sanctified and set apart for God, and I am powerful and mighty because God has seated me in high places. And when you start to declare this stuff over yourself, and then you start to walk it out, you're starting your day with destiny, purpose, identity in front of you. And then the actions that you have solidify that throughout the day. You start to make decisions and choices. Even if you don't fully believe it, it has an impact on you because your body, your brain doesn't know the difference between what you're saying and or not. So when you're saying these negative things, I feel like, or even I've seen people say, I don't want to be a negative person. So saying I don't want to be a negative person is actually still declaring that you are a negative person in that sense. And so the statement is actually, I am a positive person. I am a happy person. So that's just a very small example of that. Let's say, you're struggling with something or struggling with sin. I don't want to struggle with this thing. Instead of saying that, you say, I'm an overcomer. I am victorious. And you speak the truth about your identity and who you are to that thing. And that's how you defeat the lies. That's how you defeat the negative self-talk that's inside of you. Is it comes in. We wake up. I used to wake up with this. Now I've started to wake up with miracles, signs and wonders going through my mind. And that was not the case for me for the last, I would say, my whole life, really, until very recently, is this, and realizing this and making this a solid part of my day. Here's the other thing I want to encourage you with. The reason I go live with a lot of this stuff for you guys, I'm going to give you a little hint and secret, a success tip of why this is important, is as I'm speaking this and sharing this, it's actually becoming a deeper part of who I am and my identity. Because as I share these truths, stuff that I've experienced that I know to be true, that are unwavering truths, they become solidified in me just by these declarations of even sharing this with you. And so I want to encourage you with this. I'm in this with you. I'm going through this together. I can very easily slip into some of the negativity and the negative self-talk. But here's the deal. I have a sound mind. I have control over my thoughts. I have control over my mind, my spirit, my emotions. I can choose the emotion that I want to have and what I want to walk out. And then when I do that and I keep my eye focused on what I was made for, what I was called to do, and my purpose, then I start walking in that destiny and walking in that freedom of that without any limitations. And that's how you then create new possibilities and pull down from heaven, from the dimension of what is possible, into the realm of the natural, from the supernatural. And so that's the deal, guys. Start your day with declarations, affirmations, power statements about the truth of who you are and your identity. And you're going to start to see your actions will follow that. And then when you start to maybe see if you're slipping back halfway through the day into some of this negative self-talk, go back, do it again, a couple minutes, truth about who you are. Go through things that you're grateful for. And if you do this, you make this a part of your life, not just a thing you do every quarter or every 6 months, but every day. Your life will be transformed. So hope this encourages you guys, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this, and we will talk soon.